Hi, and welcome back to Recover 360 Total Shoulder Health. In this video, I'm going to show you how to properly position your sling after shoulder replacement surgery. Wearing your sling correctly is crucial for protecting your shoulder while it heals, preventing unnecessary pain and strain, as well as avoiding complications that can slow down your recovery. So now let's go over how to wear your sling correctly, common mistakes to avoid, and how to stay comfortable while using it. So in this first section, we're going to talk about why your sling is so important for the recovery process. So your sling is more than just a support. It's part of your recovery. After a total shoulder replacement, your surgeon has repaired important structures in the front of your shoulder, and your shoulder needs time to heal. There might be a tendon in the front that was reattached, and there might have been some work done to your bicep as well. The sling is going to keep your arm in a safe position and protect the surgical site. It's going to help prevent accidental movements that could strain your shoulder. And it's also going to help reduce pain and swelling by keeping your arm supported in those first few weeks. You might be wearing your sling for up to 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your surgeon's protocol. So now let's make sure you're wearing it correctly. So how do you properly position your sling? Step one, you want to start with good posture. So we want to sit or stand upright with your shoulders relaxed. We want to try and avoid slouching, as slouching can put extra strain on your neck and your back. You want to make sure that you position your elbow correctly. So your elbow should be all the way back in the sling, not hanging out of it. Your forearm should rest flat inside the sling and stay parallel to the ground. We want to make sure we adjust the shoulder strap properly. So this strap should go over your non-surgical shoulder and across your back. It should be snug but not too tight, and you really should be able to fit at least 2 fingers between the strap and your body. Next, we want to make sure we keep your wrist and your hand supported. Your hand should rest inside the sling, not dangling over the edge of it. Your fingers should be free to move to prevent stiffness as well. We want to make sure we secure the waist strap if you have one. So some slings like this one have a waist strap to prevent unwanted movement of the arm away from their body. So if yours does, make sure it's fastened snugly, but again, not too tight. And your sling should feel secure but comfortable. So again, not too tight and not too loose. So what are some common mistakes that you want to avoid when wearing a sling? One is a big one, letting your elbow slip forward. If your elbow isn't all the way back in the sling, your shoulder is going to be unsupported. So always keep your elbow deep inside the sling pocket. Next mistake, wearing the sling too low or too high. So if your arm is hanging too low, you're going to put more strain on your shoulder. If it's too high, your neck is going to become tight as well as your shoulder. Next mistake, letting your hand dangle. So your wrist and your hand should always be supported inside the sling. If it dangles, it can cause compression on the inside of the wrist and potential nerve issues. Next, we want to make sure that we don't skip the strap adjustments. So if your sling is too loose, your arm's not going to be protected, but if it's too tight, it can cause discomfort and swelling. So we want to make sure that we adjust the straps correctly. You want to check your sling daily to make sure it's positioned correctly. Each time you put it on, you should check for those things. So wearing a sling for weeks can be uncomfortable, but the tips we just discussed can help. So some final thoughts. In order to summarize here, we want to make sure that you wear your sling correctly in order to protect your shoulder and avoid strain. You want to check your positioning daily to prevent common mistakes and really prioritize comfort by adjusting the straps and using pillows like this one for support. Follow your doctor's instructions on when to remove the sling and when to keep it on. In our next video, I'll show you how to safely remove and put on your sling, plus how to do it if you're alone. If you have any questions, please reach out to your care team. And remember, stay patient and stay consistent. I'll see you in the next session.